What's up, guys? This is Intuitive Anthony. I had to go back off of my phone because I'm still having issues with the software on my laptop in my office, trying to get my lives to show the messages as you guys message me for this live. But this video, this live, is going to be understanding karmic connections. Um, because as chosen ones, we have to be very, very careful of the company that we keep. Everybody ain't good people, and because we have so much light in us and we have such a divine blessing from the creator, we can't be around everybody. We really can't be around everybody. But I'm gonna let some people get into the room. For all of those who have shown up, thank you for being here, guys. But yeah, understanding karmic connections, because karmic connections, chosen ones have always had to be aware and cautious of their surroundings, because like I said, we're unicorns in this world. We have a connection to the divine. And a lot of people would like to get their hands on that because you are a little rabbit's foot. You're a four-leaf clover. You're a leprechaun. You whatever magical creature you want to put as a name, that's what we are. We not like everybody else. We don't think like everybody else. We don't move like everybody else. And people know that. For some reason, the chosen ones are always the last to know. And they want to keep it that way because as long as you're around them, they have a lot more power than they normally do. They have a lot more opportunities than they normally do because of that chosen one. So for some strange reason, the way the world is set up, those other people know that there's something special inside of us as chosen ones, but they do their damnedest to make sure that we don't find out exactly what it is. Because as soon as we do, they know their time is up in our lives. And they're going to lose access to whatever divine blessings come from us and through us. That's why they try to keep us around. That's why these karmic connections are so crucial. What's up to everybody here? Thank y'all for being here. Before we get into the video, guys, I'm just waiting for some people to show up. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App information is down below. There are also super chats available. And to everybody in the past who has donated to the channel, thank you so much. It goes to the Intuitive Anthony channel to help us get this information out there so that we can wake up our other starseeds, our light workers, our indigo children, our chosen ones, and our empaths. But karmic connections. Because see, karmic connections can be with the regular NPCs, the people that are really not that important. They just go through their life day to day, just living and doing their best. Those are the kind of people we don't have to worry about. It's the narcissistic ones. Because you got your malignant narcissist, which is right underneath the psychopath. You have your overt narcissist, who they know they don't hide the fact that they're a terrible human being, that they're a bottom feeder, that they're human garbage. They don't hide that. So overts and malignants, you can easily tell off that the demon is riding them like a big wheel. Then you got your grandiose narcissist. The grandiose narcissist, the one that's about their hair, makeup, clothes, and all the accessories that they have and all the trappings of life, because they use that to define them. Grandiose but a grandiose person is like a glass vase. You can see that they try so hard to look pretty on the outside, but when you talk to them, there's nothing going on up here. And your conversation with them becomes real quick that they're all superficial. They're superficial, they're plastic, and they're an empty vessel. They're an empty vase. So it's pretty to look at, but it's empty inside because now demons can jump in and out of them at will. And what the demons do is they use this person's appearance to trap its prey, chosen ones. So we are always the big fish that all of these narcissists and karmic connections out there are fishing for. They're looking for us, but we're not everywhere. So when they get one in their life, they are not going to let you go. You have to know that as a chosen one. So these are understanding these karmic connections, because these people, narcissists, are karmics. They treat people bad. They treat them really, really bad, and they expect for you to stay around. They treat other people bad, and they may not even know, they just treat people bad because there's no accountability. They don't think they ever gonna get karma. See, that's the messed up junk about it. A karmic person does not believe in that they're gonna get karma. Now tell me how wild that is. Tell me if that ain't life itself. One thing, these karmic people treat people in a way that deserves karma. but they don't believe in it. They're just karmic as hell. So they just do whatever. And as long as they have a chosen one around them, they can stave off the ass whipping they got coming from the Most High, from the universe itself, from life. Life will chew them up and spit them out, but that's why they keep chosen ones on the hook, so that we can help them carry that burden that they eventually gonna have to carry. What's up, D Green? Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for being here. But we talk about karmic connections because narcissists are the most karmic creatures on the planet. They're repulsive human beings. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, guys. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We're going to get this out to some people and maybe hopefully open up some eyes, change some lives, and just make their lives overall better so they know how to navigate around these dogs because they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Okay. A karmic connection. You meet this person and you drawn in fast. And I can tell you from my experience, a relationship that drew me in fast, I was related to some of them. What's up? Oh my goodness, I want to say that right. Araceli? I want to say, hey, I hope I got that right. You drawn into this relationship really, really fast. So I noticed in my situation, it was more of those covert narcissists. That's another one, guys. The covert narcissists are the ones that want you to feel sad for them. So they one big walking pity party. They just a sad dog all the time. So mine was a covert connection because we have a huge heart. We wear a heart on our sleeve. Our emotions, they try to get to you as a chosen one through your emotions because our hearts are big. That's why God loves us, because we try to emulate the heart of God. These people don't have no heart to speak of. They have none. They have no remorse. They have no morals. They'll do anything, say anything, and we all know this to be true. But my situation was the covert was really, really bad for me. And then it just so happens that I was closely related to them. So for a long time, they were able to fly under the radar. But they draw you in really, really fast, and they do their best to hook their evil little hooks around your heart. That way they can keep you with them. And every now and then, you'll see that demon come out of them. You'll see those black eyes in this person. You'll see this sinister devil joker-like grin on their face, especially when they're doing something that causes you stress. Like my situation, the person got my house. I allowed them to move in, and they got my house because I was renting a house from a family member. This covert moved in with me and then talked to the landlord and got them to put the house in their name. Right from up under me. But we family, right? This is what I'm talking about. And then when they tell you about it, you call the landlord to tell the landlord off, and they sitting in the background grinning. What's up, Jim? Thank you for being here. See, this is how they are. But see, they sitting there, but to you, they pretend like they're innocent. They so sad, and you got to do so much to help these people. But the whole time, they secretly working against you. And then when something happens that they caused, and you flip out, they sitting there grinning because they're feeding off the emotional response that you're giving. That's the work of the devil right there. That's the work of the enemy. And they will have their part in the lake of fire too. So they get so many years on this planet to do as much damage as they can do. And then one day their breath is snatched away from them. And the Hat Man shows up, the shadow beings show up. But they not coming to take them to their happily ever after. They coming to take them to that party that they've been signing up for their whole life. Yeah, they had that little devil smirk. And their eyes are black. It's like the emptiness inside of them shows through their eyes. That demonic spirit. And the only reason they're not flailing around and acting all crazy like the people in The Exorcist is because they allow that entity to inhabit them. They welcome that entity in. So there's no reason for the body to reject that spirit because they're in agreement with each other. So that demon jumps in and out of this person at will. And usually when they're around you or when you're not paying close attention to them, and then the demon inspires this person to behave in a certain way that's going to cause you stress. What's up, D Green? Yeah, this is what it is. So these people draw you in really, really fast, whether it's emotionally. They make you feel bad for them. Or like, say that they got out of a bad relationship in the past. and that they've always had relationships where people treated them really, really bad. They're really, really abused. That's the game they go after. Anything that can emotionally tie you to them. And then once you see this person this way, you sitting there feeling bad for this person, thinking as a chosen one, you can help this person. You can help this person get better. And so we fight longer than most people would. Most people are like, you know what? I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what sad story you spinning. Your actions and what you showing me don't line up. But chosen ones are here to be in service of other people. And we're here to try to heal a lot of broken people. And since they cry this story to you that they are so mistreated, so mishandled, you stay around longer to try to help them, not knowing that they already sold their soul for this. There is no soul in there. That soul is hostage to a demon. So while you think you helping this person, you actually got a demon sitting in your company. See, yeah, and then you got, see, I see what you're saying, D Green, and see, this is the thing. Now imagine this, a mother being a covert will literally get their child sick with all kinds of stuff just to get emotional supply from other people, financial resources, money from foundations, money from the church. They do this because they like the attention they get, that pity. I don't know about you and any other people out there. I don't want pity from people. I think that I want people to see me as capable to take care of my life and to help and move forward. I don't want pity from nobody. These people thrive on pity. Do you know how pathetic of a human being you have to be there to feed off of other people's emotions while at the same time being able to not sustain your own? Then you every now and then you say something to them like, what's wrong with you? Or you start questioning their moves and the way that they're governing their life. And then they immediately say, it's always somebody else's fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. But they feed off of your emotions. This is very sad. This is very sick. But they draw you in really, really fast. Then, as the relationship progresses and time goes on, you go round and round with this person. Because for a lot of period of time, they sustain you by making you think that you a superhero, that you Captain Saberho. But these are really Build-A-Bitch workshops where you trying to save this human garbage, but they don't let you know right off the gate that they are completely not worth your time. They always keep you hanging because they never know when they're going to need you again. And they can't let you get too far away from them because all of a sudden, the karmic repercussions of the way they live their life is going to come back up on them. So they got to find a way to go back and get you. Because once God shows up within you, the judgments on them kind of slow down for a time because God doesn't want to hurt you, his chosen one. But eventually you have to get to the point where you say, you know what? I can't be the God in your life. I can't save you. You got to save yourself. And you got to pull back so that God can give these people the judgment they deserve. The judgment that they have been working a whole lifetime to receive. So once you know this, that means God is calling you. God is calling you. He's telling you a real one from a fake one, a good egg from a bad egg. It's time to let that ass go. It's time to drop that basket, drop that Easter basket with them rotten eggs in it. But what they do is they paint themselves in all these pretty colors so that they can blend in with the other good eggs, the other good people of the world. But once you find out that egg is rotten, it's time to let it go. Drop it. Don't give them any warning. Don't give them no heads up. No, because all they're going to do is find another way to work at your emotions and your sympathies so that you'll stay around longer. When you find out, done. That way they can drink from the cup they poured. But you're going to go round and round with this person. They're going to be in one relationship, out. Then in another one, out. They never take time between relationships to stop and say, well, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Because they never wrong. They never wrong. So they just go from relationship to relationship to relationship, burning everybody in their damn path. But when they tell you the story, all of them did that person wrong, right? It's always somebody else's fault. It's never them. Never mind the fact that they was in a relationship with this person that stole all the money out of their bank account and was cheating on them left, right, and sideways. And the person came home early one day from work and saw them cheating, and the relationship was over. So what did that person do? The person that broke up with this narcissist is taking time to heal, to learning to trust again. This narcissist done moved on to somebody else because they got to keep somebody on retainer because they can't build themselves up. They can only do it off of other people. Guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, I want to thank y'all all for being here. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is below, and there's also super chats out here, guys. Thank you for being here. But see, this is the thing. They just go from relationship to relationship to relationship because they can't be alone. They can't be alone with themselves because all of them ill deeds they done and all of them demons that they allow to come in and out of their body at will, lust, sloth, greed, will start to tear their ass up if they ain't out there destroying lives. They are employed by hell itself. They're employed by hell itself. So if it ain't you, they got to find somebody else to kind of drag me to hell. The Lamia is going to come for them. The Lamia is going to come for them because they are intentionally dragging people to hell. And if they sitting by themselves too long, no, you need to get back out there in the field. You need to find somebody else. But see, they can find all of these other people, but those other relationships only last a short while. The relationships that seem to last the longest is if they can hook a chosen one, an empath, a light worker, and a starseed by the heart. Because we are way stronger than the rest of these people. We're willing to endure more because we've always had to endure more as a chosen one. So we stay around a lot longer than we need to. And see, these karmic connections are detrimental and deadly to us. Our hearts will get us in a situation where we can be unalived by some of these people or situations. We doing it for the right reasons, but these people around us know a secret that we don't know. Araceli, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you so much. But see, that's the thing. We'll stay around these people a lot longer than we need to be there to our detriment. So once you realize that this is a bad egg and this person ain't gonna never get better, and then you start to realize that all the times they made you feel sorry for them, this is just a hustle. This is just a hustle. Like I literally had one of these karmic connections call me saying that they wanted me to help them find a house in the area where I live because I moved out to the country because the city life got to be a little too much for me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a break. So while I'm out there, you know, life is slower. You have time to enjoy your day-to-day life, meet people, develop lasting connections, and you seem more rested and more peaceful when you don't have stress. But these karmic connections are going to try to get back into your life because I don't know if they have a meter somewhere that can tell how happy you are or how rested you are or how peaceful you are, but they pop back up because they got to destroy that at all costs. This karmic told me that they wanted me to find them a place up here that they could rent for them and their kids. But the place that I found for them was a very, very nice place, but they couldn't take their dog with them. Well, they won't let me take my dog. So let me get this straight. This dog is more important than your children. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about nobody. And the fact of it is that if that was really important to them, they would get off their behind and go find them a place to stay. But no, they want you to do it, chosen ones, because you can make lemonade out of lemons. And everybody sees that. You are a powerful being. You are extremely powerful. So what they do is they try to have you under their employ so that you can go out there and do the work for them. And then when you do try to help them, they're ungrateful as hell. They don't say thank you. They're entitled to your time, which pisses you off even more because it's like, how dare you? Do you know what I put up with just to even tolerate you? But they know that. But they expect you to do that. Because spiritually they know that we are helpers. We can make a bad situation better. That's what we've been blessed with. That's why they want us so bad. Thank you, Sally. Thank you so much. But this was a situation, and then it gets to the point where every now and then out of these people's mouths will let you know exactly how little they think about you. That you work for them. In what world? I don't know what world they're thinking about, but we don't work for them. We nice to a fault. And then once God starts showing you these karmic people and who to let go and drop them like a bad habit. Don't say nothing, just go dark. And once you start going dark, they're going to start getting worried. Because they're used to having you in the wings, just in case when they mess up their life beyond repair, they can call that chosen one to get it back in line. And then once that chosen one gets that person's life back in line, these karmics, they go right back to treating you bad, or you start to see that the situation they're in is one of their own design, one they created for themselves. Then they start talking sideways to you like you didn't do nothing to help them. Like you never did nothing to help them. Then they give you their ass to kiss, and then poof, they devalue you when you back out there again. And then when their life once again starts to fall apart because they're horrible people who deserve a horrible fate, they try to pull you back in. But when you slam that door on them, now they can't access you because they blocked on all avenues. They can't peek into your life to see exactly how well off you are or to see what you have. They looking at your post or trying to look at your post to see what card you got. See if you having a birthday get together. See who's there. See if y'all got drinks on the table. See if y'all eating ribs, steak, or whatever. Seeing what you got and seeing how good it is, because it always looks greener to them. So they looking and they salivating, and now they got to figure out that they got to get back into your life to fuck it up. Pardon the language, but that's what they're doing. They're trying to see how they can destroy it. And at the same time, feeding and siphoning any energy, power, and resources they can get off of you. See, karmic connections teach you of the world and others in it. See, because these karmic connections, a lot of times, when you start out in life, there's a lot of these kind of connections around you because you have no frame of reference to go by. So the world shows you one thing, and they tell you to treat everybody good, and you don't realize that other people, that you think that people are inherently good. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And in a perfect world, that's the way it's supposed to be. But these people are around you. So if you're growing up and the only frame of reference you got is these kind of people, it's going to warp your perception of the world. It can turn a heart cold, which is why these karmics try to get around you early so that they can spend 5 or 10 years really rewiring your brain and your heart. That's what they're doing. They're trying to damage you so bad and so severely early on in life that that entity can come and make a deal with you the same way that entity made a deal with these karmics. If you give me your life, I'll make it better than it was before. What's up, D Green? Thank you so much. Thank you for that. What's the Snoop song? Give me your life, I'll make it better than it was. But see, these entities have a better shot at getting at you while your personality is still being formed. So early on, you may find them really close to you and your family. Your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your cousin, everybody. But see, you only know what this world has showed you through these people who's supposed to take care of you. Then you becomes that you get treated horribly by these people. They treat you so bad that it hardens your heart. Now your heart is hard. Now your perception of people is, if my own mama didn't love me, then ain't nobody gonna love me. So I need to go out there and hurt people before they hurt me. And that's how they indoctrinate you into this devil's kingdom. That's how they get you in there. So if they can adopt you early on or take care of you because they sister ain't doing right, they love that story in the family. Well, he often doing this, so I'm going to take this person in. Meanwhile, to the neighborhood, they're showing everybody that can see that they being so good and doing so right by their sister kids, by their brother's kids, by their grandson kids, or whatever the dynamic of the situation is. But really behind closed doors, they are tearing your ass apart because they want that same demon that's in them to take possession of you. That's how they further their father's kingdom. But see, for those of us who haven't given our hearts and souls to the entity, to this demonic spirit, they still battling us constantly because they knows that our heart has not been given over to the kingdom. And these people have a deal with that demon to bring as many as possible. And just so happens you are a chosen one and you are in their vicinity, they're going to work extra hard to get you. They're going to work extra hard to get you. And even when you away from these people, that demon will still make them go back to you to see if they can finish what they started. That's how it is. That's how powerful you are. But see, around you, these people ain't going to never tell you that. If anything, they're going to tell you ain't worth a damn. You are good for nothing. They doing so much by taking care of you. They're the ones struggling, even though they're abusing the piss out of you and using their rotten ass children to do it too. Or anybody in the neighborhood to do it too. Just to keep you small. Because if your light gets too bright, you're going to burn their ass up. So that's what it is. That's why they periodically come in, cry, woe is me. Then you move your whole life around to help them, and then they turn around and give you their ass to kiss. And then the cycle begins all over again. But see, these are karmic people, but they don't believe that they're going to get karma. Tell me if that ain't an oxymoron. So you karmic as hell. You treating people how you any old type of way, but you don't believe in a such thing as karma. That's how they got the name. Because karmic, they going to get it. They going to get it. Which is why it's so important for us as chosen ones, when we know what the game is and we know what the T is, get out of Dodge. And don't tell them nothing. Drop the hammer on them. Like Thor, drop the hammer. And blow all of your help, light, and love away from these people and leave them sitting in a crater ready for God to come in and give them what they deserve. That's why it's crucial. What's up, Sharon? Thank you for being here. Because it's Sharon, it's a roller coaster. It's always up and down them. You can never get peace and happiness. Focus on what you need to do in life and go as far as you can because they keep you on a roller coaster. You don't know if you're coming or going. But see, this is the thing. So the only thing you have with these karmic connections, depending on how young you are, when you start, the only thing you know is that this is the world and these are the people in it. And if they can warp your point of view early on in life by taking care of you or whatever the case may be, they can warp you early enough, then you'll be more inclined to listen to that demon. And 9 times out of 10, that demon has been running through their family lineage for quite some time. That's the generational curse. But God put you in that family to break it. So say you get to the age of 17 and they still haven't gotten your soul to the dark side, and you getting ready to age out of the system or age out of the family and go off and do your own thing, they still going to be trying to destroy you, so they're going to still treat you horribly. Because they figured if they stack enough bricks on top of you, your chest will stop breathing. That's what they're doing. And you go off and live your life and stuff like that, they're going to continuously keep trying to pull you back in. Because you are their mission. You are their assignment. So you can have a narcissist that raised you, treated you so bad, and then come around you and try to act like ain't nothing fucking wrong. Like we cool, like that was in the past. You tried to psychologically murder me for years. And now that you, as a chosen one, are starting to speak your story and stand up and starting to inform people and bring more people to God's kingdom, they feel like they can intimidate you into shutting up. No, the fuck you can't. Now, if you were able, pardon my language, if you were able to make it through that, they know that you built for this sort of life. You built for this kind of war. And see, that's the thing. Chosen ones, we are light beings. We are loving and kind. But we also can be quite the warrior at the same time. Because we work extra hard at trying to be good and give people the benefit of the doubt. But once we realize that there is nothing else that can be done here, then they get a chance to see when the empath goes dark. And when it says goes dark, that don't mean we evil. That means we know what the game is. This information like this, watching this kind of content, lets you know in your heart of hearts what the game was the entire time. And not only are you going to be mad at some of the mistakes you made, but you're going to be very pissed that this person deliberately gunned for you for so long. They think that you're just supposed to be nice and let them back in. That way, when they try again, now you built for war. Now you got on the armor of God. And now you coming at them, and they don't want that fight because the same stuff they put you through, they will not be able to handle it. You know that you can go to confront one of them, well, I'm not talking to you, I'm not dealing with this. But they can give you the business, right? They can't handle it. And chosen ones are very intelligent creatures. We don't operate on the same program. We don't just keep regurgitating the same gaslighting, stuff and pulling up people to come and gang stalk you. We don't do that stuff. If we'd have made up our minds that we are going to come back at it, we're going to come back at it. We're going to come back at it because they always tried to tell us we weren't intelligent and we were slow and that they wanted us on all kinds of medications and foolishness like that. But we avoided all those pitfalls. And once we realized that they were sent here by the enemy to kill us and unalive us, whether mentally have you in a psych ward or mentally get you in a situation where you unalive yourself and suicide or something of that nature, and you made it through all that, and now you understand that they were gunning for you the entire time, that their whole purpose and agenda was to drag you to hell and destroy your life. Now you looking at them another way. But these people couldn't deal with what you went through, what they put you through. They could not deal with it. So when you come out swinging. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with somebody, guys. But yeah, so they try to cheat you of the world and others in it, making you think that everybody acts like this, so that you give up on your good nature. These karmics want you to think that everybody's evil and hateful just like them. They all like that, so that you build this armor or this hardening of the heart. And the only thing you have to reference this from is the people you grew up around. And if everybody's acting like this, then it must mean all people are. But that's the lie they want you to believe, that comes straight from the pit of hell. That everybody's like that. No, everybody's not like that. Case in point, the narc told me after I found out what the game was, yeah, everybody got their demons. No, the hell they don't. Everybody may have addictions and habits and things of that nature, but they try to generalize the word demon like a demon don't really mean a damn demon. I said, no, the hell they don't. I said, no, I am not letting a demon-possessed person in my house. That's not how this go. And they trying to guilt me into giving up more services, more of my chosen ones, services, resources, and all the good cosmic energy I put out there by enduring what I did in the past. They're trying to get me to help them again. So the cycle, they want to repeat the cycle again. So when the love bomb don't work, they start trying to reason with you and mispresent your reality, tries to switch it around and make you feel like you crazy, like, oh, everybody got their demons. No, the hell they don't. Everybody did not make a soul tie with a demon. Everybody is not an open vessel for demons to jump in and out of. Why in the hell would you want to have somebody like that in your life or in your house or coming over and sitting with you on the couch? Why would you entertain that? You know that that's a demon. But see, they made their peace with the demons. As a chosen one, I can't believe that this person would actually say this. Because soon as they basically told me out of their own mouth that, yeah, they demon possessed. And still thought I was supposed to help them. Now tell me the unmitigated gall of that. That's some brazenness. So they talk to you, get you to spend money on them, help them as much as you can. Then they turn around and give you their ass to kiss. That's crazy. So the fact that you don't want to help them or deal with them because they are demonically possessed, no, all people have this. That's what they've been telling you since you was a kid, right? The whole world is like this. No, the hell the world ain't. Because if that was the case, you would be demon possessed, but you are not because you're a child of God. But see, they try to generalize things. And then if you don't do what they want you to do, or if you don't give them your resources or your light or help them in whatever situation they got themselves into, they're going to turn around and start talking trash to you, talking shit to you, talking shit about you to everybody else. Really gunning for you. Now, out of the same mouth, 20 minutes ago, they were begging you for your help. And because you said no, now you get to see that demon pop out. Because the demon has always been in there. It was just trying to come at you in a form of pity, sorrow, trying to pull on your heartstrings. And when you said, no, I'm not doing this because I know what kind of person you really are, that's when the gloves came off and the demon comes out. But see, what they don't fucking understand is these karmics, them years they've been doing you and giving you the business, you are well versed. You know how to take a hit. Spiritually, you could take a hit. You could take a hit. They can't. That's why they were so willing to give away their souls so easily. Because this demon made them some empty promises like they trying to make to you. So they just went ahead and went with the program. So the demon has cauterized their emotions, cauterized their heart to the point they cannot be redeemed or saved. These karmic connections feel like oppression and bondage. Because it's kind of like in a situation where, for a while, you go round and round in the circles with these people. You go round and round in these situations where they love bomb you, devalue you, get rid of you. And you're trying to help them, and you're trying to get them to see the light as to they got to make some changes in their life so that this doesn't keep happening. Then they start realizing, okay, this person is a lot more work than I thought, then they discard you. Then when they see you got something good again, they try to come back in and fuck it up. And see, this after a while, because they try to make you feel like because they've known you as long as they have, you're supposed to help them. You are not supposed to tell them no. I had a karmic tell me, I fed you when you was 3 years old, so you owe me. What kind of mess is that? Now, mind you, I was 42 at the time. 42, but you fed me one time when I was 3 years old, so I'm entitled to help you for the rest of my life. Bondage. So now you're enslaved to this person. And they feel like you're supposed to do it. No matter what bullshit they did in the past, because they ain't never did nothing. But you owe them. Oh, you owe them for life. So this is oppression and bondage, slavery, servitude. But at the duration of your life until you say, you know what? Nah, we done. You can have yours. And you shut them off. Now they scrambling, and the demon that's inside of them has made you the prize. And now if you done cut their behind off, that demon is going to start going after them because they're going to be pissed. Because you did not do your job. And the longer you stay away, the more these calamities are going to start piling up on them. They're going to start piling up on them. And they're going to be looking for somebody to help them, but they done burned every bridge they had. And the chosen one is the most powerful one they had in their arsenal. So they know that eventually all that muddy water of their life is going to go down the drain sooner or later. That's what it is. But see, you always feel like every time you see that person call you, or you see that name on the phone, on a text message, hopefully you block them and remove them by this point. That would be the ideal thing. You done got to the point where every time you see them, you just get, I really don't even want to deal with this. And those are the red flags and the indicators in your spirit that this person ain't right. This person is wrong as hell. And you need to remove this person. But they always try to make you feel like you in debt to them and that you owe them. Even though they call you and ask you to do stuff for them. And then when you do it, it may not be the ideal situation for them, but they expect you to work even harder to please them while they sit on their ass and do nothing. Yeah. Tell me y'all ain't seen this before. Put in the comment section if you think I'm lying, or let me know, because guys, I read all my messages and I appreciate y'all messaging because I'm always in there. But yeah, they make you work for them and then make you feel like you should be glad to be working for them. Like, how dare you complain to the king or queen about what you got to do to please me? Didn't I feed you when you was 3? Didn't I take you to the mall when you was little and wanted to go to that party? That kind of dumb shit. So the relationship has never been a genuine relationship. They've always done it for what they can get from you later. It's always transactional. Well, I did this for you, now you got to do this for me. Yeah. So you feel oppressed and in bondage. And see, the thing of it is too, guys, the drama with them never ends. It never ends. Just like Sharon was saying, it's a roller coaster. Just when you go down that fall and start to stabilize, here comes another one. And you get to the point where you're so discombobulated, you're so burned out, you're so tired. And you can't focus on your life because they always seem to have a fire burning in theirs. They're just a mess of a human being. Messy, with a wake of carnage behind them. You ever see those, you've seen those talk shows where you got generations and generations of fuck-ups. Just ratchet, rotten, just pathetic, disgusting individuals, and they think that shit is cute. There's nothing that irks me more, and as chosen ones, I know it irks the piss out of you too. For somebody to be a vile, disgusting. What's up, Ma? Welcome, thank you for being here. They're a vile human being, and they walking around like it's a badge of honor. And not only are they messing up their lives and their friends and the family members they are in the same generation with, if these dogs out here having babies, because most of them are, They messing up the generation to come after them. That's why when we chosen ones come along and we figure out who the karmics are and we remove ourselves, they gonna talk trash about you because that's what they always do. They're a vile human being. They have nothing but ugliness inside of them. But when you remove yourself from these people, those other people in the neighborhood that they've been talking trash to you about are noticing it. The kids they got are noticing it too. So these kids are noticing that, okay, they always talk about such and such, or auntie this, or uncle this, or cousin this, or cousin that. But now this cousin don't mess with them no more. And then they're going to start comparing your life to the life of this person that was their parent or whoever, this karmic. And they're going to compare the chosen one to the karmic. And they're going to see that the chosen one is always in the pursuit of greater, always moving up the ranks. And the karmic is always on that roller coaster of drama that never seems to end. And even kids get tired of this after a while. How come I got to keep taking my half of my check and paying for my mama light bill or paying for my mama rent? My mama is 3 times 30 years older than me, and she still need me to help her. And if I don't help her, well, you know I gave birth to you. I brought you in this world. I can take you out. Now tell me how many times y'all done heard that. Because you always indebted to them. You always indebted to them. Your life ain't your own. Your life is supposed to serve this dog. This how did the lady at T on MPD say it? So these giraffes doing James Brown splits. Visually, that's just stupid. I love it. But that's the way they operate. Visually, that's stupid. But it's perfectly appropriate for these people because they lack good sense. It's like you sitting here taking crazy pills, watching this like, this is not how normal people get down. But see, that's the thing. They always take you through the cycle because your life is supposed to be about fixing their life, but you're not supposed to call them on it. You're supposed to just stay there in their company and be of servitude to this dog and fix their life without ever giving any thought to your own because they know you have a giving, caring spirit. And so they want to make sure they take up all of it. And if you say no, who in the hell are you to stop to say no to them? Because they are everything. And then you politely show their ass that they are not. Now, we're not doing this. So, I don't know what lie you told yourself or what lie the enemy has told you, but this chosen one, this starseed, this indigo child, this light worker ain't putting up with it no more. So, time for you to get busy on, it's time for you to grow the fuck up. It's time for you to grow up. Welcome to the real world, Peter Pan, because it don't go down like that. If you want to donate to the channel, guys, the Cash App is down below. Thank you to those who have super chatted. Thank you so much, guys. But make sure we like, share, comment, and subscribe, and share this to somebody else, y'all, because there's a lot of people who this information may just save their life. Because these karmics out here, they can't have you, and these people, these chosen ones, don't have that information. It could put them in a situation. So it's best that they have all of this information and these tools because this could save their life, y'all. You know how many people have gotten consumed by a nest of people who preyed on them, preyed on their goodness. Give me 1 second, I'm plug that in. I don't want no issues. They preyed on this person's goodness to the point that this chosen one went mentally insane or lost their way, or basically unalive themselves. Because that's the overall goal, you know. Because if you unalive yourself, you forfeit your soul. So they don't care how they got to get you to the gate of hell. They just got to get you there. And they going to get perks from the enemy for doing so. They're going to be the most valuable warrior on the devil's team, even though the whole team going to get burnt the fuck up at the end of time. In a couple years, now that the harvest is going on right now, the wheat are being separated from the tares. That's why it's so crucial, guys, that we get this out there. Because the wheat are being separated from the tares, and they know this. They knew what the game was before you knew what the game was as far as karmic connections and people who work for the devil. And they told us when we was growing up in school that everybody was a good person. So all of them had the keys, but they made sure they kept it from us. So we were sitting there wondering, what the hell is wrong with these people? Why does this stuff keep happening? Now you got the information. So now our strongest thing we can do is make sure that other people have this information. But the drama with them never ends. And negative emotions are the center of everything they do. You got something good happen to you, they will show up. And you thinking that they want to celebrate this win you got with them. No. They just want to make sure they take the joy out of your situation. Because they know ain't nothing going on with them. You ever notice that when they call you or try to message you or get in touch with you, they never got nothing new going on? The only thing new they got going on is talk about somebody else's business in front of you. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. So you can be in a situation where you got something good going on. They contact you. You want to tell them about the good thing you got going on. All they gonna do, they never have nothing good going on in their life. The only thing interesting that they may have and that excites them is talking about somebody else's business. And at the same time, the whole conversation is laced with so much negativity. So much negativity that by the time you get off the phone with them or get out of that person's presence, you don't feel as good as you did before you even started talking to them. Yeah. So simultaneously, they talking trash and smear campaign to somebody else, and they also find a way to take your joy away from you. And then you notice that they never have nothing good going on because ain't nothing good coming from them. They know that. They know that. And every time they show up in your life, the rain comes too. The rain follows them. But see, they do so good for so long by trying to hide. They try to pretend that they this person, and they're wearing that mask, and they're trying to look happy. But the more you're around them, that happiness is gone. All it is negativity. And then you start to realize that, you know what? Everything ain't what it seems. But you still can see, and you still have that discernment to see that things ain't lining up. The demon has already got them believing that false reality they rocking in, everybody's like that. Everybody got their demons, right? No, the hell they don't. But they want you to believe it. And the only way they can really take you as a victim for hell is if you give in and allow the lies that they're trying to perpetrate on you to become part of your heart. And so they are constantly trying to find a way to attack that heart of yours. So as long as you know this information, you can move accordingly, and you can help some people and save some people along the way. Because a lot of our chosen ones have been snuffed out and unalived by these kind of people and what we have been through. Because a lot of us have grown up in neighborhoods all over the world. But before there was internet and YouTube and TikTok and all these places where communities can come together, Facebook groups and stuff like that, we all thought this was only happening to us. We was getting treated by these people like this, and it was only happening to us. Because see, the victor tells the person who has the victory writes history. So they're going to tell everybody this, that, and the third while they're enjoying what they did to you. But they don't realize that they got the same game book all over the world. So these communities and this information is crucial to us because now people know, now those chosen ones know that they're not the only ones going through this. It's been going on since the beginning of time, and it will continue to go on. So the more people we can get this information to, the better off they will be, the more healthy, happier, and safer they'll be. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thank you to those who super chatted. If you want to donate, the Cash App is down below, and so is the super chat, guys. But as you realize with these karmic connections, your connection gets worse over time. You would think that after 10 years of helping this person out, of every time their life almost imploded because of something stupid they did, and you come in and save them and help them, you would think that they would start to learn. Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't go this route, and maybe I should try this way. No, they don't. They don't learn nothing. They're not going to learn anything. That's what they got you there for, because you know better. And you are willing to put in the work that they want. They don't even care about their own lives. They don't care about their own children. Those children are there to get them a paycheck. So they will get a child declared with disability. They will take a child that ain't nothing wrong with and get disability for them and then lock that child in their house as an adult so that they can keep getting that check. And a lot of chosen ones, tell me if I'm lying, have they not had you tested in school? I know they had me tested. And then they was like, well, you act like you crazy. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with me. Don't project that shit onto me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. What you want to do is get a check in my name so that you can lock me in the back of your house and torment me forever and get your narcissistic supply off of me while spending my money. And then once that doesn't become any workable anymore, then I'm going to get a life insurance policy on you and try to kill you. That's what they do. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you have not heard stories like this. It may not be personally relevant to your day-to-day, but you know somebody else who has. That's what they do. Because we Without us, they go from relationship to relationship. 2 days later, they already acting like a fool, and that person done dumped them. Chosen ones can put up with a lot more because we have such a strong belief. That's why God loves us. We willing to help everybody, and we live our lives in servitude. We can't get through this life alone, and we want to help as many people as possible because that's what our mission is down here. Narcissists have a mission too. It's to destroy you and everybody else like you, or to kill the humanity that's inside of you. That's what they want to do. And by hell or high water, they're gonna try to get it. But once you and anyone you come in contact with as a chosen one start to see this, it's gonna hit home. It's gonna resonate with you, and then you're gonna change it up. You're gonna change the game all the way up. And for a minute there, when I first found out about it, I knew what I had to do. I had to go Gray Rock. I had to go no contact. I had to cut some people off. So I sat there for a minute realizing that this is going to be a game changer. And yeah, it's going to be a game changer in your life. When you put their ass in check and say, nah, we're not doing this no more. That's it. You're going to feel bad because you know you can't come back. And once you go no contact and cut them off, you wash your hands of it. Now God's going to come in and teach them what they need to know. And since they stubborn and don't think that they ever did anything wrong, and honestly, they wanted to be the God in your world, God don't take good to blasphemy. God don't take well to blasphemy. So once you remove yourself, he's going to come in and be the God and show them that he is God. And it ain't going to be pretty. So the best thing you could do is just go completely dark. Do not keep up with them. Don't pay attention to what they got going on. Do not allow them access to you or your social media. And if you have to change your phone number, do it. I recommend it because I damn sure had to. Because when I blocked them, what they do, they started using text-free now numbers to get at me. So I'm like, who is this message from? Oh, never mind, I got the wrong number. But you can feel troll energy when you can feel that because your discernment gets stronger. Now that you don't have these dogs around you sucking up all the goodness and ruining the connection you have with God because they always got drama going on. Now you can feel it. So I changed my phone number. But you really don't want to see what God's going to do to them because they thought they were high and mighty. They played God in your life, and God don't take too kindly to that. And at the same time, they're arrogant and puffed up against God. Ask the people on, well, you can't ask the people on the Titanic, how did that go? This ship, God couldn't even sink the ship. You want to bet? See, that level of arrogance reaches the heavens. And they know they right there at the door. But they've been using you as a chosen one to stave that off. As long as they can keep you around. But if you want these people to get what they deserve for what they did to you, cut them off. Cut them off and seal up every crack and crevice because they will use bugs and other people to try to get back at you. Cut them off. Trust me, the same way they using people to gang stalk you, you going to hear about what's happening to them. You may not hear about it right then in that minute, but you're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about it. You're going to be like, oh, damn. Well, that was going to happen. But your best bet is go black because you don't, our hearts are big and we don't want to see that, but it has to happen because they got to pay for what they did. Just like if we sin, we got to pay for what we did too. Turnabout is fair play. So you can't be Captain Save-A-Hope for everybody out there because our hearts are big. And if they know your heart is big, they know they're a narcissist. That demon is telling them how to come at you. That's why every time something good going on in your life, they just magically show up. They just seem to know. And you can't even be proud and happy for yourself because as soon as you start being happy for the blessing you got, they're going to start pulling your emotions down by what's going wrong in their life, even though they're the reason for it. This is no longer a healthy relationship. And over time, you start to see these cycles over and over. You like, I can't spend the rest of my life trying to help this person who is intent on burning down their life. And then every time they call, I'm supposed to stop my life and the progress I'm making to help this person who went into this fire knowingly. And now they're surprised that they're getting burned. You realize this is no longer a healthy relationship. This feels like slavery to me. It's like from dusk till dawn. When Selma Hayek was on that table, welcome to slavery. You start to feel that every time you even hear that person's name or you in their presence. It feels like you could feel it. It feels icky. It feels disgusting. Like, oh, I got the heebie-jeebies just being around them. So you start avoiding these people. And then once you get to the point where these people don't have shame, they will always come at you. They will always come at you. Gentleman Dallas, what's going on? Thank you for being here. They will always keep coming around you. To the point where you can, if somebody don't like you and somebody don't rock with you, right? you gonna feel that energy, and you gonna be like, this person don't like me, and I'm not really particularly a fan of them, so let me just keep my distance. But see, these people have no shame. They don't care about pity. They will get you around them for pity's sake, even though that makes them a weak and spineless individual. But they think that's something to be proud of. So much so that you have to completely slam the door on their ass. You have to slam the door on their ass because they have no shame. Paintress, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. To the point where you got to slam the door on their ass. Now, any person with even a modicum of self-respect will say, you know what, that's beneath me. That's beneath me. There's no low they won't go. How low can you go? They will go low. They will go low because they have no value. They know they have no value. If they was to drop dead today or tomorrow, they know exactly where they're going. But see, the enemy will keep them alive because they're trying to destroy you. And you not made like everybody else. You are a hell of a lot stronger. Because if that wasn't the case, they would have got you a long time ago, right? They would have did something entirely messed up, and we've all had those things happen where it's been so messed up that you would have unalived yourself or self-destructive. And that's what they were hoping for, but you didn't do that. So you were way stronger than these people. They know that. But this is no longer a healthy relationship. You start to see the cycles. So they get housing, they get Section 8, and they get in this job, and then they lose this job, and then they have this friend, and then they lose this friend, and it's just the same thing over and over again. But it's always somebody else's fault. And you always supposed to be there to pick up the pieces. Because they gave you a soda when you was 4. They gave you a soda when you was 4 years old, so now you gotta serve, you live your life serving them. What kind of shit is that? And when they say it out of their mouth, you sitting there looking at this person, and you like, I can't believe this bullshit is coming out of their mouth. Do they really think this? In what world is this shit normal? It's not normal. But if you hear them tell it, it's everybody's like this. And if you believe that lie, then you become part of the devil's kingdom because now you're living in the delusion. And that's their prime goal, is to get you over there. Or unalive you so that you can't help nobody else. But once you got these tools, you start fortifying yourself so that they can't get at you. Then what's going to happen is after you see that this relationship ain't healthy, you're going to start to realize you in over your head for this. There is nothing you going to do that's going to change this. Change only. Welcome. Thank you for being here. You're going to start to realize that you in over your head. There's nothing you're going to do that's going to make this better. This is just a recurring cycle. You doing all of this running around for this dog just to help them tread water. So instead of you flying off to your happily ever after and your your ending, your pearls in the sky, you sitting here trying to keep this dog from going under. And at the same time, every now and then they'll talk trash to you like, you supposed to help me because I gave you a soda, remember? Which pisses you off to no avail. Like, you ungrateful. Ooh. Once you see this after time, you start to realize that maybe, you know what? They don't appreciate nothing that you do. This is exactly why God don't bless them, because they don't appreciate anything. So maybe you should step back and let them drink from the cup they got. Because I'm not going to live my life in servitude to somebody else, and I know y'all are not going to do that either. Especially when you do something for them and then they turn around and talk trash to you. Okay. So the next time they in that water and they start going down, let them bubbles rise to the top. Sorry. Because everybody born alone, and you're going to die alone. And don't let somebody guilt you into taking care of them and fixing the messes in their life because they too weak and lazy and stupid to do it for themselves. You get what you get. But see, we have a lot of love to give, and all we got to do is make sure that we give it to the right places. Give it to the people who are just like you, who are chosen, who are suffering. Don't give it to these other people. And the longer you are away from these people and the stronger you get, your discernment is going to let you know, okay, this person right here ain't everything they say they are. There's something rotten in this. There's something wrong in this. There's something rotten in Denmark. That way you're not giving your life to an empty well, an empty vessel, an abyss, a black hole. that never gets full. They are never sustained. They are never satisfied. They want more and more and more. And they will use anything. There's no depravity that they won't go to because they have no shame. They don't care. They're done. They're dead already. They're the walking dead. A zombie, I'm already dead. They already dead. They know that. But they try to keep it from you so that you'll keep investing in this damn burnt out husk of a human being. They just got to sell that story to you. Because you strong enough to take your life to the castle, to the mansion. And you got enough strength to hold they rotten asses up, even though they need to go down. So they got to try to keep you, or at least try to spin the block to you. But once you let them go, it's gonna be painful, because a lot of times these people, you wish the best for them, but if they ain't wanting it for themselves, you can't live your life in servitude to somebody else. But you in over your head and you start to realize it. And as you get older, you get tired of dealing with this kind of stuff. Two more things, guys, and then I'm going to finish this one up. But I appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is down below. $ Anthony Young, 1978. And there's super chats available too. But I appreciate all y'all being here. Okay, now that you in over your head and you start to see that this person ain't what they cracked up to be, you're going to get angry because they've been wasting the years of your life with their bull. They've been wasting the years of your life with this foolishness. They get possessive over you. Like, you have to answer them. You have to do whatever they say do. I don't know who the hell told them that, because they feel like they own you. They own you. They own you, but the amount of the stuff that you have done for them, you should be owning their ass if that was the case. Yeah, Miss Troy, I'm getting ready to go in a second. But I appreciate you showing up. No problem. Hey, we all got our lives to live, so I understand. They possessive over you because you work for them. Now tell me the level of ego behind that shit. Yeah, you supposed to do this for me. Because I gave you a piece of candy when you was 5. I gave you a soda, remember? So you gotta do this for me. What in the hell? And once they start behaving that way, that lets you know that the blackness of their heart. The blackness of their heart. So it's one thing to get at somebody who really appreciates what you did for them. It's another thing to get at somebody who thinks that you're supposed to do it because they the queen or they the king. Like hell they are. That's when you want to let them burn. Let them drop. Let them drop. Because when they treated you bad, everybody around the neighborhood could see how much hurt you were going through. So when they ask fall because you won't help them, let the neighborhood see that too. What goes around comes around, right? Because these karmics are supposed to receive karma. Kind of works, don't it? And the last thing, guys, you exhausted all the time dealing with these people. To the point where you say, you know what? I did the best I could do in this situation. And it's very hard for us as chosen ones and empaths to admit to ourselves that there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. And once you get to that point, the only thing that can help these kind of karmic people is God. But they've already closed that door. So you got to let the dead bury their dead. But you can rest easy knowing that you did everything you could to help these people. Never forget that, and never get down on yourself, because you gave more than most people would have. So always do that. But guys, this has been my video. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you, Brenda, for being here. I appreciate seeing you in here. Thank you for showing up. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with some people, guys, because we need to get this information out. Because there's a lot of us chosen ones out here that are suffering under the heavy weight of this, and they feel like they all alone. They don't feel like they got anybody there to help them. Let these people know that they do have somebody there to help them. Even if you have to send them a little, share a video with them directly. They may not be in a place where they can actually watch it at this time because they're going through it. But the fact that you sent it over there to them, once they read it, once they see this information and start down this road, it's going to hit home. It's going to resonate. Then they're going to start looking up more and more and more. And that's going to save them. That's going to be their lifeline. That ship may be going down in that relationship that they in with that karmic person. That's going to be their life raft. They're going to realize that there is another way out of here. That's going to be their life raft. So if we can help another one, let's do that, y'all, because we have had so many of our chosen ones taken out of the game by these evil people. And now it's time to remove our light and let their karmic situation that they have been building up in their life for years take them out the game. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. I want to thank y'all for being here. But remember, guys, if you like it, I love it. But these narcs out here, cold-blooded, guys. I'll talk to you later, guys. Good evening. Peace.